Test the audio. Testing. All right, you can hear me. Good morning, Swan. Welcome to the stream. Me pop up chat on the side. Hello, Lucas. Well, good morning. I'm playing Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. Oh, very nice. Time to do some math, guys. Hope you're ready. We're going to be using rotational differences to drive a correction factor so that we can properly animate our clothes. All right, time to do this. Let's do some sketching of the mathematical problem. So here we have bone 1. And the angle is 0 degrees. Oops, shoot. The angle of this bone is 0 degrees. Then we have bone 2. Wait. Oh, we have issues. It doesn't matter. So you have bone 2. And this can rotate. So angle can be equal to some x degrees, right? When this bone rotates, I want to calculate the difference between the rotation of bone 2 and bone 1. Because bone 1 itself can also rotate. If bone 1 rotates, say this becomes 30 degrees. If this becomes 30 degrees and this is also 30 degrees, then the delta angle is 0. The reason this is important is because when the character rotates, so I'm gonna turn off this, right? So when the character rotates like this, the bones don't do anything. They only do anything when the foot rotates. Whoops. If the feet or the legs rotate, then it, moves. But if the torso rotates, it doesn't care. It doesn't care about the torso rotation. In actuality, what it should be looking for is this angle. But it's only looking for this angle. Right? It needs to look for this angle. And we have to correct for that. Now usually this is fine. It's not that difficult to do. The only problem is if I use a driver to do this, like this is controlled by a driver. Because it's controlled by a driver, I can no longer control the controller, really. So it's driven by something. I can't rotate in the x-axis anymore. So what I need to do is I need to have intermediate control bones. So like these, each of these bones need one of these. And then additionally, I need to be able to control this bone on its own, but still follow the transformations of this bone. And the way you do that is using a transformation. No, sorry, not a transformation constraint, a copy transformation constraint. You can also use a copy rotation. I think I'm going to use copy rotation instead, actually. It's simpler. So let's start off. It's going to be a fun day. So I'm just going to duplicate all of these bones. Duplicate the bones, move it to a new mechanics collection. I'm gonna call this extra mechanics. And we're just gonna look at this one. And then I'm gonna go Control F to bones shirt. Replace with shirt mechanics. Mechanics. There you go. Now all of these have shirt mechanics. Nice. And then again, 0.001 replace with nothing. Go. Oops, wrong one. Not 0.001, just 0.001. Replace it with nothing. There we go. And then I just size everything down. Let me check this. Make sure it's the same size as this, just for consistency. Just for consistency's sake. Okay, good. Now, I need to drive all of these independently, which is annoying. It's very annoying, but it's possible. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure. Okay, you guys need to not have a shape because you're getting a little bit confusing. There we go. And then I also need the legs. So I need a visible leg. No, yeah, visible leg and the torso. Ooh, I actually can't show it because I just need to check this in general. There you go. Okay, this is annoying. Are you in general? You're in general. I need to move you to extra. There you go. Okay, good. So we should have bendy. No, we don't have the bendy bone. Why don't we have the bendy bone? Oh, the bendy bone is on its own thing. Oh, but do we want the bendy bone though? I don't think we want the bendy bone. We just need the body. Okay, we'll just use the body. Okay, so the bone we're looking for is the body bone, which is this one here, and then both leg bones. So we need to look at the angle between this bone and this bone. The smaller this angle is, the more this thing has to rotate here. Worst case scenario, we have a 90-degree angle. No, sorry, a 120-degree angle right here, right? And then this has to rotate all the way up there. But I think the goal is I want to align this vector with this. Right? Let's assume we rotate like this. This is the pivot point. There's a vector going down straight. I just want to align this vector with this. Take a point here, take a point here, and when this rotates, we want to line it up with this. Right? That should stop any clipping. Well, how do we do that? First of all, let's find out how to calculate rotational difference. Let's go here, and I'll add a driver window. Okay, so over here, we know it's X rotation, right? Yeah, we know it's the X rotation. So we're going to bring the XYZ, make sure we use that. Yeah, there we go. Now we're gonna add a driver here. And here we go. So I'm gonna turn this off, turn this off. Let's add an input variable. And here we have rotational differences specifically, which is very nice actually. I'm gonna select chrig. I'm gonna select the body as bone 1. And then object 2 is chrig as well. And the bone will be thin L. Now, here's an issue with this. Can I pin this one? I want to pin this one. Okay, so let's just assume we do rotation right now. It's showing 0. So this is the wrong one. Right, so we just need transform channel chrig by L, copy paste, and then chrig body. And then we'll look for, okay, so we know this. Okay, I need viz, legs viz, right? What is this rotation? This is the X rotation, and specifically, it's not the X rotation, what? Oh, no, sorry. local. That's y. That's okay. Y is across the axis. It's a z rotation actually. It's a positive z rotation. Good to know. So positive z rotation. We're looking for a z rotation, and it's gonna be in local space. Oops, wrong one. Not psi. Is it psi? Yeah, it is psi. Okay, good. Z rotation. Not auto Euler local space. IL actually has no rotation on it. Really? Are you serious? What about this one? Do you have a rotation? A readable rotation? You don't have a readable rotation either. Wait, I'm confused. Why not? Y rotation, X rotation. I'm just gonna assume that it's because okay, this is X, Y. Okay, no, I just need to make sure that everything works. Okay, so it does have a rotation. Psi dot L. So it has a rotation of 67.4 degrees. And I need to know the difference between these two. Body is still the same, but if I rotate the body like this, it should change here. Doesn't change yet because it's actually X. There we go. Okay, good to know that this is a positive X change. Yeah, there you go. So how am I supposed to find this? From the looks of it, let's assume we do like this, right? This is positive and it's 26 degrees. So I'm assuming the way they measure the angle is this. This is the angle we get, right? So we get this angle from the body. And then this was, how much was the other one? The other one was 67 degrees. 67 degrees, if we draw like a 90-degree line here. And since we started from here and we went up, this is 60 degrees, right? Trigonometry. The angle of a straight line is 180 degrees. So to find this difference in rotation angle, we do 180 minus 60 minus theta. We know this is basically y, this is basically x. So to get this difference angle, hello entertainer, welcome. We're doing some math right now because I want to upgrade my cloth correction mechanic. So this is equal to delta theta, the change in the angle or the difference in the angles. So if we go here and we go 180, sorry, not 180, we have to use radians. What's the conversion between radians and convert degree to radians? Multiplied by pi divided by 180. So it's just pi because 180 times pi divided by 180 is equal to just pi. So pi minus x minus y. This gives us the angle, right? So when we rotate this, wait 1 second. Turn off transformation, right? So when I move this, you can see, yeah, cool. So this is basically a measure of the angle. But here's an issue, right? We have, oh no, because I forgot I rotated the body. Okay, nice, great. Hey, Teijis, welcome to the stream. How are you guys doing today? Okay, so here's the issue. Okay, no, it's not an issue. 180 degrees Celsius, this, did I say Celsius? Sorry, 180 degrees. This makes a lot. This is just perfect. This is just correct. Right? So currently we have 180-degree difference in the angle. When I rotate this leg up, it goes like this. Super early stream today. I'm pretty sure I streamed the same time yesterday too, though. So it's not really that early. Okay. So now what we want to do here is whenever we rotate like this, I need this to go from pointing down to pointing up. So first things first, let's invert this. Or not invert this. We just do pi. No, actually, honestly, can't I just do this? There you go. Remove the pi. Okay, and now it's going the opposite direction, which is not what I want. So I need to go in here. Make everything mine. It's the same thing as just adding the two angles together, honestly, yeah. Just add the two angles together. And that's it now. So let's say I have this and I rotate this. Nice. Okay, and then now let's say I just rotate this. Very good. Okay, it's working. I rotate this backwards. Okay, here's one issue. The issue is I don't want it to back rotate. That's not a good thing. It should never back rotate. So I need a maximum, or is it minimum angle? I think it's a minimum angle. So I need to go maximum of this or 0. The reason we do maximum, not minimum, is because y plus x can go below 0, but I only want it to be at a minimum of 0. So you have to use a maximum value of the variable or 0. So if your variable goes below 0, it will read 0 and not your variable. There we go. So now when I go back here, it doesn't go back. It stays there. But when I go here, it goes up. Okay, good, good, good. That's the basis of what we need to do. Just basically that. And the difference between this and every other like driver in the system would just be which bone it is and which direction it's rotated in. Because some of them will be 90 degrees rotated. And it'll also depend on the, what is it called? It'll depend on the bone roll as well, which I hopefully want to fix today. So here, I can now just copy this driver and paste the driver here. Make sure everything's on XYZ rotation. Just make sure this is the right one. Yeah, this X. Paste driver here. And what are you making right now? I'm trying to make a correction mechanism for my cloth rig. I'll show you in a bit. Change the R. It's negative, so this has to be minus X. Because when I go up, right, I'm assuming if I go up, yeah, this is negative, so that's all I need to do to flip these up. Save. So here, I'll show you this, right? So here's the actual mechanism. Here we go. So this one, right? This is the cloth correction feature. Before, it would be like this, right? It's cool. It works normally most of the time. But when it doesn't work is when I have rotation on the body. So let's say I rotate the body like this. It's this. There's already an offset in the rotation, right? So when I move this, it doesn't work. So what I'm trying to do, Ender, is I'm trying to make it so that the body also controls the rotation alongside the leg rotation. Because right now, only the leg rotation is driving it. But with my new mechanism, with this bone, notice when I rotate the body, the bone also rotates. And when this rotates, this should also rotate. I think it's rotating, right? Is it rotating? Ooh, body is negative now. Ooh, body is negative now. Okay, fix for that is I just need... Wait, body is negative. Isn't that a good thing? If the body is negative... It still moves. Wait a minute. Oh, no, it's because of this. My bad. Good luck, Lorraine. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, if body is negative, this actually works. This actually works perfectly. Because if the body is negative, then you don't have to rotate it until you overcome the negative rotation. It's okay. That works. Next is this one. And honestly, I'm just gonna copy paste all of the things. Z, paste driver on Z. I'm gonna change the bone roll on this. 0. Actually, I'm gonna make all of these. Okay, this is 0. 0. How long have you been streaming? For like 3 minutes or something? I don't know. 20 minutes actually. Huh. I didn't even realize it's been 20 minutes. Holy. Okay, this is positive X. Positive X. Good. This is negative, so I need to make this 0. Okay, and then you just need to be negative 180, not 190. Okay, and that's because this is locked already. Yep, negative 180. Right, now let's go here. This has to be controlled by thigh L, and I'm looking for this angle. I'm looking for this direction. Let's find out what that direction is. Our X is the X direction. So we switch this from Z rotation to X direction, X rotation, and then we find out what exactly this angle is. I'm gonna go and switch to FK mode, just so it's easier. Right? It's negative here. So we always want it to be positive, so we just add another negative there. Is that how it works? Yes, that is how it works, but it is a little too strong. I'm going to divide it by 2. I'm rigging cloth. Oh wait, no, that's not why. It's actually because I have a transformation. There we go. There we go. Now it's perfect. Nice. Next. Correctional cloth, indeed. This is the x-axis. Paste it. Then we're gonna go and first of all, I'm gonna turn off or just delete all of the transformation constraints because they are now useless. Okay. So this is the Z rotation. This is the same thing, but I just need to make it negative. No, actually, no, not even negative. Positive is fine, right? Will I be able to watch the stream back and finally be able to make skirts and clothes? Maybe. You need to model them first. It's not moving because it's okay. This is negative, so I just make it negative X, and that's fine. Perfect. What about the body though? I need to make the body negative as well. Negative Y. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Perfect. I rarely implement stuff like this on my rig because it takes a lot of time. Yeah, well, your rig is more general for Minecraft, right? And this is just people are not going to be using this. They're not going to be using your rig to that level, I feel. But my rig will be used to that level because I'm going to be the one using it. So I have to make sure I have all of the easiest things. IR. Also, I just mostly make renders, so I just post things. Yeah. Yeah. I have to do all of this to make animating easier for people. Or else people won't want to animate cloth. Next is X rotation. I think you just make it negative, negative again, same as last time. Oh no, I keep the X positive because the X is already negative here, right? Okay, and then I rotate this here. Okay, good, this works. And then, yeah, it works, perfect. Next, Z, positive Z. So I just copy this. Copy driver, paste driver, and I change this to R, thigh R. And then its X rotation is already there. This is fine. This is not fine. Ooh, okay, wait, I forgot. I need to change this from X to Z. Z rotation. I wonder how difficult it would be to remake my preset on this rig. I feel like I could just copy the hair because it's like the same head. Well, same head technically, yes, because it's a cube head. What else would you need to change? Oh yeah, no, you'd have to remake the whole thing, but you'd have to model and texture it from scratch because this is not a Minecraft model, right? So you won't have any of the, what's it called? You won't have, like a nice and easy skin template to use. You have to do it. You have to model it, make your own skin template for each model and stuff like that. It's not gonna be, I wouldn't say it's easy, but you can, I implore you to try. This has to be negative Y. Z rotation. Yep. Good. The problem is proportion. If your model proportion is different, you need to adjust or even remake your rig. Yep. That is kind of annoying to do, but we're gonna have to. I'll eventually find a way to fix that, right? Surely. Okay, all of that is done. Now, the next part. The next part is none. Here. All I need to do is just need to give a copy rotation constraint to each and every one of these. What's the, I know there is a thing. Control Shift C. Yeah, there we go. Control Shift C. Copy rotation constraint. Control Shift C. Copy rotation constraint. Oh, huh? You done? Yeah. All right. So Control Shift. Oh, did I put this already here? Also need to delete all of the transformation constraints because they're useless now. Delete transformation constraints. You are very annoying. Can you get out of my face? Thank you. Transform, 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 transform. Okay, Control Shift C, copy rotation, Control Shift C, copy rotation, Control Shift C, copy rotation. Oh, but it's all in like world space. Is that fine? Wait, is world space rotation fine, do you guys think? Or should it be local? I think it should be world space. Did I do it the wrong way? Oh, wait. This is an issue. God damn. Really? Really? Are you serious? Okay. So it doesn't work if I use the flip bone. Damn it, back to the drawing board. Okay. That's why I made my rig. The problems portion if your model is yeah, that's why I made my rig modular. That way I can easily and quickly rebuild the rig. That makes sense, yeah, but that is this is unfortunate. You know what? There is one way to quick fix this, I think. What if I just somehow add the rotation of the flip bone to the body? Right? So let's say I take the flip bone as well. Go to one of these, a new variable, and I'm gonna call it copy paste, right? I call it Z, ch body, and I'm gonna take the flip bone. I'm gonna take what's the thing here? It's the X rotation. So take the X rotation, alter the local space of the flip bone. So watch this. When I rotate the flip bone, it has a negative 33.6. Blah blah blah, right? If I were to, what if I just add this to Y plus Z, right? So then when I rotate this way, oh, am I a genius? Am I a genius? I think I'm a genius, guys. You can't make this shit up. Anyway, enough of that. Enough yapping. I also realized that I need to change this because this is different. This is like no longer the same. I have to make a different one for this. So right now, this is taking the angle of these of both legs, right? So I need to change this so it doesn't take the angle of the legs, it takes the angle of the bones here. Takes these two angles, and it takes the maximum of either of them. Both of them are positive, so I don't need to do this. Divided by 2 would be nice. Not 2, 1.5. Okay. So this is definitely the way. I'm going to copy. Okay, here's an issue. I'm going to actually copy this. Can I copy? No, I need to copy this only. Copy this and back. There we go. Nice. Now I just paste this everywhere. And this also means I can never rotate the root bone. If I rotate the root bone, then I have to add another control for that, which is annoying. Okay, and then for all of these, I just add plus Z. Plus Z plus. Plus. Oops. Mm. Zero, yep, that's all good. And then this has to be the Z rotation. Right, luckily, everything else has consistent angle. Plus Y. And then change this to Z. Okay. And that works. The back one works as well. Nice. I just need to change this so that it follows this. Why is this not working? Why? Why not? The drivers not. Hmm. Okay, we have an issue. For some reason, a driven property doesn't register its value in the property. The driver doesn't update the actual. Entertainer, are you still here? Do you know why? I feel like I'm missing something because I could have sworn I'd done this before. Huh. I have to think of a way to fix this. Well, I could always just combine this and this together and take an average, right? I could always do that. So I can do like this, right? I can go this plus this divided by 2. This will always work. Right? So technically that works, right? But I don't know. I feel like it doesn't feel right. Spidey senses are tingling. I think that something might go wrong. You know what? Instead of, do I have to go even more? Like, okay, no, this way. Here's the thing. It's not going up. What's the thing going up? Why aren't they both 0? They're not both supposed to be 0. Something is wrong with this one. That means it says 0, but it's not actually supposed to be 0. Yeah, it says here xz is supposed to be. We have a different rotation. Yeah, okay, no, my bad. We're still using the same thigh, and then this has to be body. There we go. Okay, math. Come on, man. It's not that difficult. There you go. It's not like perfect. It's not perfect. Do I have to? Do I want to add a secondary rotation angle? Honestly, I see no reason not to. I see no reason not to. It makes it easier for everybody else to animate when I give it to them. So honestly, I think I just copy this one, no? Copy this driver. And what's the rotation here? It's also it's Z2, right? Yeah, it's Z as well, so I just paste clear keyframes. Paste new driver. And, oh, it's that easy. It actually just pops in super well. Math is scary, but it lets you do this, so pick your poison. Juice. Who doesn't want this? Like, if I go too far, it kind of goes crazy. Do I want to lock the rotation to 90 degrees? I think I lock the rotation to 90 degrees. Because anything higher than 90 degrees would be really bad. Is it specifically this one? Yeah, okay. Also, I need to make sure that all of these are... I add... And I don't... Ooh, offset legacy? No. Add is the correct one, but it's just... This looks terrible. This is wrong. Because this is all 0. How does adding U make it bad? Before original, after original, offset legacy. I am scared. Okay, so copy rotation is not the way. Need help? Need help? Add. What's wrong with this? Bro. Replace. But then this just locks it in place, which I don't want. I want to be able to rotate it as well. World space. And then add. No? I wonder if you use an X transform constraint. I don't think it'll work. But also, I don't know what an X transform constraint is, sadly. Look, both of them in local space. Okay, replacing them in local space is not working. Yes, I did it. Wait, no, this makes no sense. Gotta go for lunch? Alright, I'll see you later, sir. How does this work? I don't understand. But I will take it. It somehow... Okay, it somehow works. Right, everything is an accident in life, and sometimes you gotta accept that accidents make things work. So I can now do this, and then I can also add extra rotation on top of that. Excuse me, it's a transformation constraint. Yeah, I know. I was originally using that, but it doesn't work. Because here's the thing. I'll show you my initial problem. Initially, it works because, okay, when I rotate the leg, it rotates. But it didn't rotate when I rotated, for example, this one. See, look, it's not rotating. Because it only reads the transformation of this bone. Right? It only reads the transformation of this bone. But I needed to read the transformation of... Well, it's not really the transformation. I just needed to read the difference in angle of this line. So, for example, if I move the body like this, it needs to read this angle. Or if I rotate the leg, it needs to read this angle. Or if I rotate both of them at the same time, it needs to read this angle, right? I cannot do this with transformation constraints. I need to use drivers. That's why I did it this way. Do you know about the floor constraint? No, I do not. But I don't think... Is it going to be... Can I use it here? Also, this is the wrong rotation. Because I set you on the wrong bone roll. Need to make sure the bone rolls here are correct. Yeah. This one's correct. This one is not correct. 0. They all have to have the same bone roll as the one below them. So your bone roll 0, so I need to set you to 0 as well. And then you need to be set to negative 180. 180, 180, and 180. Okay, let me check this floor constraint you're talking about. What does it do? From the looks of it, it kind of just... So like, let's assume this has a floor constraint, right? And I set the floor to some object mesh there. Right, so that means, yeah, I don't see how that will be useful. It's definitely useful in general, but I don't think it'll be useful in my case, right? In like this specific case that I'm doing. But I'll keep it in mind. It definitely looks like it could be useful. All right, this is good. All right, this is not moving because of this. Okay. We need another variable. I'm gonna call this A. Hello, what are you doing? How are you doing? What are you doing today? I'm going to be doing some rigging on Uno because I've had issues while I was animating the past 2 days, and I'm gonna fix those issues right now. Damp track plus floor constraint. Would that work? I don't know. Damp track. Well, what does the floor constraint do? I can see what the damp constraint. Oh, sorry, the damped track constraint do. But what would the floor constraint do in this situation? Don't lock it, please. Turn off capital caps lock A. I think this should be A. dy and then minus A. No, not A. It's Z rotation. There we go. Nice. Floor constraint is a hitbox that bones can push around. Floor constraint is a hitbox that bones can push. I am not following the explanation. So it's a hit. Okay, sure. It's a hitbox that the bone can push around, but how does it? How can we use it to drive rotation? Oops, wrong one. This one. Copy and then just paste it here. It's the same. Post negative. Hello, Sire Arts. Welcome to the stream. Divided by 2. No, it's the same as here. Yeah, this has just to be. Hold on. Okay. This works. Do I want this to rotate forward? Nah, I think I'm going to use that as a... I'm just going to do that manual control. Hello, Believe. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. This one as well, just paste the same driver, and then when I rotate this like this, yep. I really think this should be half, but it might not need to be half. Copy driver. This is insane. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, sir. I am going crazy with these drivers. Oh, this has to be negative. Yep. There we go. So now, if I were to do this, yep, it never intersects. Never intersects. Put a bone at the bottom of the skirt that has your cloth controllers damp track pointed to. Then have those damp track get pushed by the floor constraints. What would the target of the floor constraint be? I think I'm getting you. I'm getting what you're saying. But what is the target of the floor constraints? Because I'm confused on what it should target, you know? Ooh, why doesn't this work properly? Is it because there's a tilt onto it? It's because there's tilt. For some reason, the tilt is screwing up the... Yeah, the tilt is screwing up somehow the tilt is screwing it up. Either that or this is somehow negative. It's negative. No. Huh? The body is, oh no, the body rotation is negative. Wait, no, body rotation should be positive. What are you talking about? This is a positive rotation, not a negative rotation. So I rotate forward and it's, okay. So when I rotate this forward, this stays back because it's half. Because this is half. Max of these two. Still doesn't work. A new bone bound to the deformed leg bone that acts as the floor constraint that pushes the target. Oh, I think I get what you're saying. Okay, so what you're basically saying, oh, 1 second. Engineer AOF 491, what's the rig for? You're making a game? No, I'm making an animation actually. Okay, so what you're saying is there's a bone that becomes basically this plane, and then this is the floor. And so when I rotate this, it like hits the floor and it moves with. That's kind of nice. That's kind of smart, actually. Ooh. I'm assuming if I use a floor constraint, I can choose the axis, right? So like, let's, okay, let me try this. Let's check out the floor constraint first before we do anything. Yeah, so we can do min-max, XYZ, negative X, negative Y, negative Z. That's nice, that's nice. Actually, that is kind of smart. Hmm. Hmm. How to deal with going, but the problem is damp track is what I don't like, you know? Because damp track has this weird thing when it's at like when it's directly pointing at your at the center of your object, it will like spin out of control. Right? Which is not something I want. But it's such a that's such a smart way to do it though. Hmm. For now, let me just focus on this. Let me just hide the hair because the hair is kind of annoying. Focus on this. This works for now. Why do you rotate so much? Oh yes, because I added you together. I don't want to add you together. I want to do this. There we go. Oh wait, no. Why do you no? It feels like you 32 degrees. Why do you have a smaller rotation angle? That's a cycling dependency. If you get that, you built the wrong chain. Is it? Maybe. Let me just try this again. Wait, no, because there's nothing is referencing each other, right? This is 0.772. This is 0.56. This is 0.772. How the hell are you 0.56 if you have the exact same math as these two? This makes no sense. Let me just go here. This is 0. Okay, so this just doesn't work because I put double. Okay, this works. This is 0.560. That's wrong. That's just straight up wrong. Because of this. It's supposed to be X rotation. There we go. Now we're happy, right? Copy. Max of this and this. Back, set this to A. Now when I rotate it, yeah, rotate it to the side, and it rotating it to the side is not good. Okay, I'm gonna save this, and I'll check out. Let's try out this track target now that you were talking about. Oh, so much goddamn bones. These bones are annoying. I need to move them to their own cloak. Move out of here. Okay. Oops. Okay, let's try your thing. So I would need a damp track here. I mean, tracking control is here, 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 and here. Printing. the track target. Watch out for the parents on that, or it'll go nuts. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, let's try that. So I would just turn this off. Turn off extra. There we go. I'm gonna hide controllers. Okay. Honestly, duplicate everything, move them down. Ooh, wait, why are you here? Hi, why are you here? Oh, it's because this, you're the visible ones. Turn you off from you. Okay, everything duplicate, move down, and then where is the? Doesn't matter actually. I just need to be here. Have the target bone start at the end of the skirt. Okay, so this is the target bone, right? Target for the track, I'm assuming. And then I would need a floor. But then what would the floor be? Most likely the leg bone, right? The leg bone would be the floor. So I'm just gonna rename all of these. So I'm gonna look for shirt, track, shirt, mechanics, replace, and then 0.001, nothing. Okay, the floor would be a new bone parented to the leg bone. But why can't it just be the leg bone? Why can't it just be the leg bone with an offset? Right? I feel like that would just be easier. And I'd have less bones to worry about. I'll try that out first. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, too bad. Okay. So now I need to track all of you. I need to delete all of the delete all the drivers though. It's gonna be annoying. There's another mechanic that does that on the leg, yeah. What do you mean by there's another mechanic that does that on the leg? Or you mean like so are you saying it works? If so, I'm gonna try that out. Nav track to this. So now I move this, rotate that. Cool. Right? Now I need this to have a floor constraint, rig I.R. Okay, so this is floor. I need to check the minimum, not z, minimum x, negative x. So I can't. Wait, x. What's x? Okay, yeah, here we go. So it can't go here. Perfect. Now you just need an offset for this until it starts moving. No, negative. Yeah, okay. Keep on going until it moves. Boom, there it is. Boom, done. That's it. And I need to use local. Wait, no, I need to use local space first, right? Yeah, I need to use local space, and then just set this to 0. Right? I think this is how it works. Let's go general, and now rotate this. Delete you. Because you were driving the bone as well. Okay, so this can't be local space. Target has to be local. Owner has to be world space, I think. No? World. Both of them are world space. I need to give some negative direction. Let's do it here, right? So now I don't really get it. I have to use that new bone then. All right, let's use that. Let's add a new bone to be the floor. Okay. Or let's simplify this for now. I'm going to use a plane. I'm going to rotate it. Oh wait, no. Do I have to enable rotation? I saw a rotation mode here. What does reuse rotation mean? It changes the direction of x. Okay, y is, I'm looking for y, negative y. So let's use this as an offset. Ooh. Okay. And then when I rotate this like this, ooh, that works. But here's the problem. It doesn't, do I have to add another limit distance constraint? to this, but then that would cause a cyclic dependency, wouldn't it? Kind of, no, not really. Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. That's outside. Hmm. The problem is it's not strong enough. I need to increase the offset a lot. Wait, why is this? This feels like it should. Maybe it's just okay. Let's check the others. And the other one works because of this, right? So if I turn this off, no, this is yeah, it's the same actually. It's actually the same. Okay. So this works. This does work. So what I need is I need a floor constraint set with use rotation on, but okay, it has world rotation, it has world space. If I were to rotate this, right, let's give it like a random rotation like this. Does it still work? Technically speaking, it does. It does not. No, it tech. Wait, no, no, wait, no. I'm stupid. No, it technically does. It technically does work. No, but this is a cyclic dependency. I'm not gonna use it. It doesn't matter if I use limit distance or not. Yeah, because it's still the same, right? Let's say okay, this is 60 degrees. Let's rotate 60 degrees. Remember this. It's clipping up till here, and then we give it a limit distance. Ch rig, psi, r, outside. So RZ 60. It's literally the same. Limit distance does nothing to change it. So I don't need a limit distance. Yeah, this works now. I just need to do everything all over again. Which is annoying. Remove that. I'm trying to see if there's any problem there, if there could be any problems that come out of this. Because I feel like there might be problems that come out of this. Hmm. Oh, one issue is that I can't exactly. Actually, no, I can just use. I can make this a child of this, but only in the. No. What if I move this? Wait, it still moves. Wait, what are you parented to? Right? Parented to something? I did. I parented to the hip. That's kind of good then. This actually works pretty well. Now the question is the front one. How do I make the front one work? What if I parent you to the leg? Does it change anything? Keep offset. This is pretty good actually. Wait, no, isn't this exactly what I need? I don't need... It goes back, obviously. It goes too far back. So Shift C, depth track. And then this one, I don't even need anything on this one, right? Is this the right one? Because it's not rotating as much as it should be. No, but then this doesn't rotate to the side though, right? Wait, no, no, no. We have an issue, we have an issue, we have an issue. This is not supposed to happen. What's happening here? You are not... What's happening here? Oh, he moved you down. Can I not move you? Oh, I'm just moving in the wrong axis. Move you down here. Much better. So even if I rotate this, yeah, there we go. Okay. Because if this is too close, then it just doesn't rotate at all, right? So I need to make this at the, not at the end of the skirt, but actually at the end of the, at the start of the knee. So I don't need to use the floor constraint for this one. Honestly, do I even need floor constraint? I don't think I need floor constraint. I can just use dem track, no? I feel like this itself is enough because when I rotate like this, right? Yeah, this one I think I might need because if I compare this to this, for example, it will start rotating like this, which is actually a really good thing. Wait, I might not need this. Yeah, this rig is simple enough that I don't need the floor constraint. What? Okay. Keep offset. Yeah, honestly, wait, this works really well actually. The only issue is it goes backwards, but I can easily fix that by using a limit rotation constraint, right? Limit dx, make it local space. Is it, oops, not this one. Is it this one? Yeah, no, this one. It's a limit rotation constraint. Limit the max. We need to make a local space. It can go maximum 9, let's say 120 degrees, but minimum 0. But now it can't rotate back, but it can rotate forward. Okay, this works. This works a lot, and it also respects the left-right movement. The only issue is I need. Can't you just add a driver? I already did that. We're trying out different. Drivers were the first method. This is the second method, or technically the third. This is the third method I'm trying. I'm trying all the methods just to see if there's anything that works. Drivers work 100%, yeah, but there's like a bunch of. I can see a bunch of issues happening, and glitches, and I don't like those. So yeah, this actually is super. This just simplifies everything. Doing it this way. I'm gonna move all of these down to the knee level. Okay, now my issue is how do I control the center one? What does this control? What controls this? Do I average the? Ooh, I have a genius idea, guys. 1 second. So I put one here. Damp track on this. Watch this. Watch this. I just thought of an insane idea. You could also do local copy location with the front legs is the target influenced slightly. No, I have an idea. Watch this. Copy both these damp tracks. Right, so I can copy both of these damp tracks, but then set their influences to 0.5. Okay, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I thought it would work. Oh no, it doesn't move. No, it still works. Okay, it's not like perfect. It's not perfect, but I think it's pretty good. It's a good middle ground. And that's why I have this correction feature, so I can always just like nudge it a little bit if it's off. I'm okay with that. I can live with this. Stat Spartan, yeah, it works, and that's fine. As long as, let's for example flip this. Flip the whole. Oh yeah, I forgot. I needed to turn you off. Sorry, turn inherent rotation on because I turned it off last time. It was really bad. Does it break when I rotate for any reason? No, there's no reason for it to break because it's all local. Wait, ooh. This looks weird though. I feel like you're not supposed to rotate down there that much. That feels weird. The middle could also share some of the rotation on the side. Copy rotations would actually. Copy rotation would work. 1 second. Something feels off here. Ah, okay, I moved it down. That's why. Move it up. Yeah, there we go. Is there like base rotation on this? I feel like there is. The X is already 0. What about you? Your X is 0 as well. Why is there there's like a tiny tilt I see on this boat maybe? Oh no, it's because I have both damn tracks on. There's still a weird. Is that supposed to happen? Wait, no. I feel like you're not supposed to happen. Let's move that up. Maybe that was side. Weird. This is all fine. Okay. So that was one way to do it, right? So I think I'll keep it this way. This way is nice. I like it. because it doesn't glitch out when I rotate this, where the other ones did, and it's minimizes the constraints, so I don't have to use a floor constraint. Turn off the floor constraint, and I like this as well. Okay. Now I need to change the parents because these are not supposed to be the parents. Psi.r. Here's psi L. Okay, so now I need to make sure all of these have copy rotation constraints. Control Shift C, damp track, delete. Okay, welcome back, Lucas. We are making really good progress. Goes to the side as well, which is nice. What was I gonna add again? I was gonna add a limit something. Limit distance constraint, I think. 0 degrees, but it has like a tilt. It has a weird tilt. I think I should fix the bone roll. Yeah, it has a weird tilt. I need to fix that tilt. Uh, 10 degrees seems to be the specific amount of tilt I need. Or not tilt, but... I have another little question. How long have you been learning about the Blender application? Good question. That's a hard question to answer. I've been using Blender for 10 years, but I've only been learning it recently. So I hopefully that can answer your question. I've recently been learning it. Maybe I'd say maybe the time I've been like spending learning it was when 2.8 released. So I've been learning for... Okay, let's see. No. When would I consider the start of my learning phase? 2. Let's say 3.2. When was Blender 3.0 released? December 3, 2021. So 2021, 2025 minus 2021. I can't do math. I'm sorry, guys. 4 years, 3 years. I've been learning Blender for 3 years, but I've been using it for 10. Okay, so this is 11 plus 11. I'm gonna adjust the roll, negative 191. This one's fine, but that's the one on top. No, don't touch that. Okay, that should fix the bone rolls. And yeah, straight now. So this is all good. Now I need to add limit rotations. Wait, locations? Yeah, rotations, all of these. I can't believe I was able to help a little bit. I've only been, it's sometimes you just need new perspective, man. That's all it takes. I'm always open to learn. Welcome back, Prismarine. Welcome. I am different and didn't expect it when I woke up. How different did you feel? Was it a good kind of different or a bad kind of different? Rotate on the back. Yeah, this works. Perfect. I guess I'll try the copy rotation thing you said, right? So let's try copy rotation here. Oops, wrong one. Other way around. Copy rotation. Copy rotation. Okay, and then set this to 0.5. 0.5. So now when I rotate like this, we can see it rotate. Okay, when I rotate backwards, it can rotate. When I rotate both of them, ooh, here's an issue. when I rotate both of them back, it lags behind. I don't think there's a way to fix that, no? It lags behind a little bit because of the 0.5 influence. I didn't expect anything else when I woke up. Well, too bad. I'm here. And I'm streaming again. Need to copy limit rotation module. I'm currently trying to just make this easier to do. Hello, Gacha Adele. Welcome back. I woke up 1 minute ago. Indeed, you did wake up 1 minute ago. This is not working. Oops, not this one. This one's not working. I don't know why this one's not working. That's why it's not working. Why not try 0.75 on both? Yeah, right. Why not try 0.75 on both? No, but here's the thing. It's like averaging the two rotations, right? I need it to be a Python script. I need it to be a driver that says which one is higher. I need you to choose that one. So I think this one specifically, I have to use a driver. Delete keyframes, clear keyframes, right? Because no, you dumbass! There was a driver there. That's why it didn't work. No, but even then, it still wouldn't work, I think. I'm gonna save this before we continue. Suno Mark II. Delete this. And then try that again. Okay. Okay, now it works as expected. It's completely averaging the two. Still not exactly what I want, because I want this to be here, right? So yeah, I'm going to go back and use that driver, because I think in this case the driver is the correct method for this specific bone. So we add a driver, edit. We have the edit here, right? So I'm gonna take x, y, and then I wanted to choose the maximum between x and y, and then x will be ch rig, and then we just take this. And then we take the x rotation local space, and it's 56.1. And then we just copy this again, and then do R. And R is 0. Okay. This is Y. Boom. There we go. This works. So when I rotate this back, let's say I rotate this back, right? And then I rotate this now. Boom. Now we're doing it. Now we're getting it, right? We gotta combine the methods together. It's not a one-fits-all method. We gotta use multiple things. That's how we do it. Magic indeed. And then I just need to put a limit rotation constraint here. Not X. Is it Y? Not Y. It's Z. Max. No, is it Z? What's your? Oh no, it's because no, yeah. Is it Z? In 120 maybe? Max 120? I forgot which direction. Yeah, okay, it's max 120. The 0 here, and then we go here. Here, copy rotation, copy to selected, and now this should have fixed everything in the skirt system. Yeah, the only issue is like this, but like I don't care about this. This is easy to fix by just removing the legs. This is good. Move front, really good. I need to give it the same driver as this though. Edit driver. No, don't even edit the driver, just delete the driver. Paste driver. This is called this. Welcome back, Lucas. Let's change it to F. Internet disconnect, I see. Welcome back. We have now just finished the mechanism for our shirt skirt. It works beautifully. It does move in this direction though. I should probably turn this off, right? Yeah, I should make it so that these guys can't rotate in that direction. Do you know any ways I can learn complex drivers like that? No, sadly not. This is mostly it's mostly logical problem logic based problem solving. It's just math, really. You don't watch a video for this, you just know how to do math. Sadly. I guess you could like learn to do all the constraints. No, but it's not even complex drivers. Look at this, right? What is this doing, right? So let's check out this driver. The driver is saying max x dash y or x comma y. What does this say? It's saying take the maximum value between x and y, and that will be the value of this driver, right? So what is x? X is the rotation of this, and y is the rotation of this. What I'm telling it to do is, whichever one is larger, you copy that value. Simple maths, really. It's simple logic. If I want to do like the smaller one, right, then I do minimum. So min xy is basically saying whichever is smaller, you copy that one. So let's say, look at this, right? I move this one forward. It's not moving because this one is still back here. The moment I move this, it goes up. But then if I move this too high, right, it'll stop moving because now this is the smaller value. It's all it's logic. It's logic in Python. You learn how to code. You learn how to do like logic gates. Okay, no, okay, not logic gates. Sorry, logic gates is a little too much. Just learn how to use Python, and you'll automatically understand everything. If you know math, it will be very helpful because it's easier to understand in math. But you get me. Okay, now that we have all of that, we need to add that one last thing. Limit location. Oh, actually, no, you already have a limit rotation. I just add this to you. Max 120. Oops. 0, negative 120. And then here should be the opposite. It should be 120 and 0. So when I rotate this, I can rotate out, but I can't rotate in. There we go. Nice. Maybe the same, right? 120. No, this is flipped. This is negative 120. This is 120. Also, wait, I think I did the wrong way. Yeah, it's supposed to be negative 120 here, 0 here. There we go. Nice. We have fixed the cloth problem. All right, that's one of the things I want to do today. Next up is to redesign the hair rig. That's the other thing we're doing today. Stay in school, kids. Learn math. Welcome back, Prismarine. We have now finalized the what's it called, the controllers. There's a little bit of, oh no, it's because I forgot to change this to max. Yeah, look at that. We're good. Now we flip it, it doesn't break. I like this a lot. And I can move to the side as well, and it won't break. I used to love math until it betrayed me with letters. Come on, are you scared of algebra, bro? Or is it algebra? Yeah, come on, you can't be scared about algebra, man. That's the easiest part of math. Yeah, YT notifications is working indeed. It is working. Let's see. Why isn't this working? Ooh, here's a slight issue, right? If I rotate this. Now we got an issue here if I rotate this. Right? Okay, how do I stop this? If I rotate it like this, it goes like this. I mean, I can always just like do this, move it back in position. But this is like kind of annoying. I don't even know what algebra. How do you not know what algebra is, bro? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is algebra. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, right? This is normal arithmetic. This is algebra. 1 plus a is equal to 3. What is a? How do you find a? A is equal to, just move 1 to the other side, 3 minus 1. A is equal to 4. Boom! Alright, now here's the cool thing. You can make a plus 1 plus a is equal to b. Now you're like, how do I find a or b? You can't find a or b because a and b is a combination of infinite numbers. Right? So what you do is you choose a and you can automatically get b. That's the cool thing about algebra, is you can make equations. And that's what you use to drive stuff like this. So like, for example, let's take the location of a cube. I want the location of this cube to be affected by the location of this cube. Let's call this cube A. Let's call this cube B. So let's say that if I want them to copy their location, A is equal to B. Boom. If I want it to be that A is 1 meter away from B, then I do A is equal to B plus 1 meter. Boom. You got a driver. That's how drivers work, guys. It's just algebra. That's it. It's that simple. Stay in school, kids. This shit becomes useful in Blender. It's super useful in Blender. This is 5th grade. You learned this in grade 5. Trust, guys. It's so useful. I need to fix this. I saw that. I mean, wait, no, it's already on there. So why does it... It goes down... Oh. Oh. This is weird. It's better than any... No, I don't. Don't say that. Don't take away your teacher's... Oops. Why is this weird? 1 second, guys. There you go. Just move it. TM teacher math, indeed. Maybe. I can't teach. Not because I can't. No, sorry. It's not that I can't teach. I have no patience in teaching. And I can lecture. Like, if I just sit there and speak, I can do it. But if you want me to teach someone, nah. If you guys don't get within the first 3 seconds, I am ditching you as a teacher. So A means equal. No. See how bad of a teacher I am. He misunderstood it. They misunderstood it. A does not mean equal. A can mean anything. A can mean anything. A is a placeholder. Alright. Do you guys actually want a math class on algebra? Because I can give one real quick right now. Negative. I can make him rotate the other direction, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna limit. I should limit this rotation because this is not supposed to happen. But I'm not gonna do it. I believe that we are smart enough to not rotate this in this direction. Okay. What other issues do we have? Because this is still kind of like slanting backwards, you know? Like, look at that. It's supposed to go in a straight line. But it's not, for some reason. And I feel like the reason is because I put like 2. No, this just changes the outside. I mean, it's fine, I guess. Okay, This is work, so I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna call this editor name Suno 1.1. Gotta put our image. Let me put our image in. Desktop Suno profile. Boom, there you go. She's back. Okay. Next up, we have two more things. We need to change the hair mechanics, and then we also need to change the cloak mechanics. The cloak mechanics is the easy one, so I'll do that first. Ooh, right. Turn off the mechanics. Let's take a look at the cloak. Before that though, I'm gonna have to move all of you guys are already in mechanics, right? Yeah, you guys are already in mechanics. Extra mechanics turn off. Yeah, I need to move you over to extra mechanics here. How do you make the tool UI? Please search up Blue Evil GFX, go to his channel, and he has a video telling you how to make a custom rig UI. There you go. If we're already talking about rigs and algebra, I was interested in how Patient used pi in the rig of mannequin on the hands and the feet. I don't know how he used pi, but we'll see. Oh shit, I get it now. That's some really cool stuff. I rewatched your explanation to let it sink in. Cool stuff, man. You're welcome. Now go back to school and learn that. Or watch like a video on it. You know, there's a math textbook I had in my house. I don't know who owns it. I just saw it. It was really thick. And I was like, what kind of math book is this? And I read through it and I was like, it's a really good math textbook. It's just, it explains the problem and then gives you a bunch of practice problems to do. And I feel like when I find it again, I'll probably like I'll link the name, I'll put the name down. But it was such a good textbook that I was like, ooh, I kind of want to learn math again, you know? Yeah, I'll let you guys know what that textbook. It's a really thick textbook, so you guys might be terrified of it, but I don't care. Okay, so how does? Okay, I think I don't think he ever uses pi. I don't remember there being a pi in the mimic rig. Or sorry, the mannequin rig. Let's check out the mannequin rig. June is the latest one. Did he use... he said arms and legs, right? So I'm assuming you mean here, right? So this, like, it's most likely this bend that you're talking about. Min max variable plus pi divided by 2 minus 1. Do you know where exactly that's shown? Which bone is it? Tell me the bone. Can you give me the specific name of the bone? Shape key. Oh, it's a shape key. Oh, arm shape key. This one. Ooh, bend. Okay. Let's study this then, right? Driver. Okay. Ooh. Don't look at the shape. We don't care about the shape of the curve. What is that? We don't get scared. Right, so here we go. Minimum, maximum variable plus pi divided by 2 minus 1, 0. And x is, or variable, sorry. I'll make it x because I like my calculus terms. X is equal to the rotation of the deformation of the arm. So, there we go. I don't actually know what that bone is. Deform arm L. This one, no? Which one is that? Deform forearm L. Yeah, well, I want the bone. I can't see the bone. He hid the bone from me. Yeah, it's connected to this one. I just don't know which one it is. Def shoulder L. There's another level to this. I know it. Arms. There we go. Yeah, here we go. So this is the one, right? So what they're currently capturing the rotation of this bone, the X rotation specifically. So the rotation in this direction, right? So let's go check it out. Drivers. What it says here is you take, not that one, sorry, this one, right? You take that x value and you add pi to it. Now, why do you add pi to it? First of all, this is in radians. There's two types of angles, or sorry, two types of units for angles. There's degrees and there's radians. The relationship between them is, so let's say take a circle, right? This is 360 degrees. From here all the way here, this is 360 degrees. This is in, like I said, degrees, right? There's another way you can measure angle, and it's with radians. So in radians, one full rotation is 2 pi. So this is in radians, right? One full rotation is 2 pi. This is the value. And for people who don't know, pi is equal to 3.14, blah, 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 blah. But it's a really long, unending number. But yeah, pi is equal to 3.14 approximately, right? So when you want to convert between degrees and radians, you do 360 degrees is equal to 2.5 radians. And so it's 180 degrees is equal to pi. Right? So when he says here, x plus pi, he means take the rotation value of this bone, right? Take the rotation value of this bone and add pi to it. The reason he adds pi is because in the drivers, Blender usually does the math in units of radians, not in units of degrees, right? So this x plus pi is the same as saying x plus 180 degrees. You get me? Also, and it's also divided by 2. My bad. It's x plus pi divided by 2. Right? So it's x plus 180 degrees divided by 2. So this is pi radians. This is 180 degrees. These are basically the same if you change this is in degrees, this is in radians. Right? So he's saying this has become, let's just assume that y is equal to x plus pi over 2, right? Let's just simplify this, right? So now the equation becomes the minimum. Oh, one more question. Yes, please ask again. What is max and minimum? Okay, max and minimum, max and min is this of our functions, right? Max of x, y will look at x, it will look at y, and it will take the larger value. So let's say this is 10, this is 11. It will read both x and y, and it will check, okay, which one is larger? Since y is larger, it will remove x. So this is equal to y. But if it's the other way around, if we have 100 and then we have 2, then y is smaller than x, so it will remove y. So in this case, max xy is equal to x. You get it? You get me? Minimum is the opposite. The minimum of x and y means that if x is equal to 10 and y is equal to -1, it will remove x and it will return y. If it's 10 and 100, it will remove y and it will return x. That's it. So in this case, what he did was, he looks, let's take this one by one, right? So x plus pi over 2, maximum with -1. What he basically did here was, he said it will almost always be this, unless this is smaller than -1. The moment it's smaller than -1, you always use -1. This is a sort of clamp. If you know what clamping is, this is clamping. So let's say you have an equation, right? You have an equation of a line that goes like this, right? Oops. Right, so you have an equation that goes like this, but you want the smallest value to always be this. That's what a maximum does. So you turn your, let's say this is -1, right? And this is x plus pi over 2. You want, this will turn the equation from that into this. That's what the graph looks like. Minimum is the opposite. It will clamp it from the top. So minimum of 2 is this. You get it? So in this case, what they're doing is they're clamping the bottom to -1 and they're clamping the top to 0. Because maximum of pi x pi over 2 minus 1 and a minimum of that to 0. So yeah, they're just clamping it between 0 and -1. And the reason they're doing is just they're driving the sharp bend. Because if I turn this off, right, and I rotate the bone, it just becomes, if I delete that and then I just rotate the bone again, right, this is what happens. Oops, it doesn't do anything because yeah, so look at this, right? It's just driving this shape key, just so that it doesn't intersect. Hello, first thing I saw is math. You missed the whole last lecture, Evelyn. Why are you so late to class? Can't believe you. You're getting an F. Yeah, you missed out our mathematical calculations to get this. Almost perfect cloth correction mechanism. It's gonna be really easy to animate now. In addition to that, so I can do this, and then I can correct it further. So yeah, this is what you're going to be animating with. Yeah, you missed that. Come on. Come on. How could you miss such an important class? Anyway, now that we're done with that, let's go on to the next part, which is the cloak. Keep on hiding this. Alright, customization, outfit swap. Right, so now we need to rig this properly because last time we had an issue where if I rotated this in like a weird direction, okay, I can't recreate it, but if I rotated this in a weird direction, it would break. Right now, what I want to do is I want to remove all of the bone constraint. Let's go here. Is there a button to clear constraints? Because this is going to be annoying to just remove all of this. I'm going to go here, turn it off manually one by one. I'm going to turn off because I don't want to use the armature constraint in this specific situation because we had issues last time with it. Instead, we're going to use just a normal parent. We're going to parent it to the top bone. Keep connected. So then what happens is this. Oops, forgot one. We're just make it. We're gonna keep it simple. I do. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we can change with this. In addition to that, I also want to turn off you. Turn this off, and then I just parent it normally to the chest. So when I rotate them, it still moves actually. Wait, why does it move? You shouldn't be moving actually. It's in local space. Weird. If I turn off these and rotate this, it doesn't move anymore. Okay. Right, so the reason we're doing this, right, this is good. I'm gonna move this down. Doesn't do anything. This is no longer connected to this, which I think is fine. I have a question. Did you learn anything about Blender in college? Hell no. I'm a chemical engineer, not an animator. But most of the stuff that was useful for Blender came from high school, not from university. I didn't go to college. I went to university. I think they're the same thing actually. What's the difference? Difference between college and university. Oh, okay, colleges are just the worst version of university. Blender in college, that's something. Your Blender looks like the Blockbench interface. Yeah, indeed, because I have a custom theme. It's called Blue Midnight, I think. If you want to find it in like the preferences or something. It does look a bit like Blockbench, doesn't it? Welcome to the stream, Monica. But yeah, no, Blender in university does. I don't know any courses that do Blender in university. Blender does provide. Sorry, my university did provide Blender in their computers for some reason. So I would go to campus to do some like Blender work sometimes, and people would like, "Oh, what are you making?" And I'm just like, "I'm just practicing." I'd make like I'd work with the shaders a little bit, and like some of the librarians would very interested in what the hell I was doing, because they usually see people only video edit in Blender. Maya is industry standard, so I don't know why Blender would be there, because it's free. That's why. They don't want to pay for Maya. Why would they want to pay for Maya? Yeah, $2,000. Who wants to pay for $2,000, bro? They also funny thing is they actually had the Adobe Suite there. So they had After Effects, which I took full advantage of. They also had Adobe Premiere Pro, or I don't. Is it Adobe? Yeah, it's like they had Premiere, which I didn't know how to use, so it wasn't that useful. But they had it, which is kind of cool. I can add a root bone here. Uh, 80. I assume that's why you use After. No, I think you have a misunderstanding, sir. I didn't use After Effects because of university. I've been using After Effects since the dawn of time. I'm an intro maker. We use After Effects. That's where I use After Effects from. Back when I was 14, I cracked it. I don't use it anymore. I don't actually use it anymore because I can just do everything in Blender. Okay, now I have a global controller for this. Should I make an automatic wind generator, guys? I feel like I should make an automatic wind generator. Or like wind animation thing. So I can, because I know I want to try out something. There's something called an action constraint, I think, right? Action constraint. Yes, there's something called an action constraint. I have no idea what it does. But I think, right, that it basically you can have like a slider. You can have like a slider. It animates an action. I don't think it animates an action. It just lets you do an action. But you know how it works? Explain to me. Explain to me how it works. I want to use it. It simulates an action. Okay, yeah. I thought you said it animates an action. Okay, Prismarine, you are now the teacher. First, you need to make an animation. Okay. I mean, an action where he folds his wings. You need to use the dope sheet. That is an action, of course. And you know what? Okay, I should stop just listening and start doing stuff. So, okay, here's the action I want to do. Let me show you guys how to make insane wind animation. Select all your bones, keyframe, move them up. Here's an issue. They all rotate in different directions. 1 second. Let me fix the bone rolls. 180. Let's make it 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and 0. Okay. So now this should all rotate upwards. No, why the hell do they rotate like that? Wait. This is stupid. RZ. Okay, there we go. No, 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 no. This is not it. This is well. Well, I was supposed to do this anyway, so it's okay. Here we go. Z goes up. Yep. It goes to the side. This has to be like 90 degrees or something. RZ is still to the side. I didn't set it 90 degrees. Okay, nice. Give me a second, guys. Okay, positive. Make sure everything is positive. 52. Okay, good. Is there a video somewhere that teaches you the entirety of Blender for free? No. No, there isn't. You have to go documentation. You can read the documentation if you want. That's free. Wrong one here. This is supposed to be 180. You can check DMs. Let me see. Are you gonna maybe watch a video, bro? How long is this video? 2 minutes only? Okay, wait. It's 2 minutes. We're gonna move it at ×2 speed. Sorry, guys. I'm just gonna quickly check this out. Too much talking. No, 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 no. I'm sorry, but this is not it, I think. No, unless I use rotation. Okay, I basically got it. I got it. So why is the body offset like this? Wait, why is the body offset? This is weird. Guys, my body's acting up. I don't know why. Yep. What? Wait. Why is my body like this? Oh, that's why. Okay. No. Okay. Okay, now we're good. We're good. Okay, so I think. Okay, first of all, we have to make the animation. In the wrong direction, sir. -52. There you go. Right. Still the wrong direction. Plus 180. No? Yeah, you're just weird. Oh, I moved this one. There we go. Okay, so move it up. Okay, done. This is gonna be 7, so we're gonna copy this. Move it 14 frames forward. Take the first one, this is fine. Second one, move it by 2 frames. Second one, move by 2 frames. Oh shoot, no. Yeah, keep on doing all these by 2 frames, and then we go here. 2 frames. 2 frames. 2 frames. 2 frames. I think I missed something. Yeah, this one went too far. G -2. I want to play this. Make sure I have this on Bezier. Okay. Okay, now we just need to duplicate this over here and then multiply it by a bunch of times. And now we have the wind, we have the action, right? Chair. All right, so the action is ready. I'm just gonna move it back, and then from here, so it's 14 frames from 0 to 14. So we have to go from 0 to 13. And we have to bake this action. So I'm gonna bake this action. Visual keying, I think, right? Because we have no. Yes, so now we have the action like you guys said. So I'm gonna go here into action editor. I'm gonna call this wind bake user and then stash. Okay, so now we have no action, but we have an action stored inside. So I'm gonna go click on all of these. I'm gonna give them an action constraint. The object will be literally a cube, right? And then we're gonna give it maybe cube, right? Cube. What is this? Cube what? Action constraint. A bone is better. A bone is better, but I want to test it out with a cube first. Action constraint. Vertex doesn't matter. Okay, extra objects. Well, yeah, this is just a test, bro. Calm down. Channel will be the Z rotation. World space is fine. Range from 0 to 2 pi, I think. No? What, do you not? Invalid decimal literally 2 times pi, sorry. There we go. Action will be wind cape, okay? And then start frame, end frame 13. Okay. So, theoretically speaking, when I rotate this, oh, I just realized this is in degrees, isn't it? 360. Check DMs. I'm waiting. I feel like something is wrong here. RZ 360 I. Linear. Okay, and then we give this to we give them all the same action. It's 14. Okay, so this is a slight issue here. I don't know what the issue is. Oh, it's because I made it 180. Oh, what, you can't do more than 180? Sorry. Oh, no, some of these aren't even. Wait, can I not do 360? Man. Oh, I can do no. Duh. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. No, but no. Here's the thing. If I do it with location, how am I gonna loop it? I can't loop it. Right? I can't loop it if I use location. I could have 180. There we go. This one's kind of glitchy because it's 14 frames. Okay, so because here, look, let's say I did use location, right? If I use location, X location, 0 to 2 units, right? Here's the issue if I use location. Like, why aren't you moving? It doesn't matter. It doesn't go, it stops, right? It needs to be rotation because rotation is the only thing that loops. Okay, and now what I do is I basically, now here's a cool thing, right? Delete this. Time to use drivers, boys. I told to the Z rotation add a driver. The driver will be frame divided by 13 multiplied by 360. Why did you work? Sir. Sir. Yeah, it's not the same scenario. I'm using it just to like automate this thing. Don't need this. Invent Python expression. There we go. This is a little fast. Why is it so fast? It's frame divided by 13 times 30. Oh no, sorry, not 360. Times 2 pi. Okay, and then okay, so now that we've done this, now watch this. I can do all the way down, boom, mechanism, visibility, not okay, so now we go here, add a new bone property. Call it wind, boolean. Okay, copy as a driver. This is just a driver tutorial for all of you guys. Go here, edit, which is already here, right? So just put this in here and then multiply this by toggle. Okay. Right? Now watch, boys, as I am now able to, all the way in the bottom, toggle the wind animation on and off. If I toggle it on, can I still move this? I can still move this. Can I move each individual bone? Yes, I can. It's so good. Yo, this is so good. And now the cool thing here is, I can also do this for a running animation. I can do this for a run cycle, walk cycle. I can toggle them. This is annoying to set up though. Cool. Okay, I'm just gonna delete this now, so that automatically turns it off. But I don't care. We're gonna leave it here for now because I don't need it right now. What I'm concerned about is they're not really tedious. You just need extra bones to do the rotation, and you also need to, you know, do the transform, was it the constraint properly, and then copy it to every bone that requires that constraint. But yeah, okay. Can I just do it like overall? I feel like I can just do it overall, no? Wait. I'm curious now. Instead of doing it for each bone specifically, can I do it for every single bone at the same time? Theoretically speaking. Okay. So this is, I've disabled it. I just finished watching your first ever YouTube video. Please don't watch that. Please don't watch that, bro. I don't want you to watch that. So what was I doing again? Object constraint. Action. This object. Z rotation. Max. Minimum. Action will be tape wind. 14. It doesn't work. Okay, so I have to do the tedious way of selecting every single bone that's relevant, which is annoying. But it's really nice because it doesn't actually affect it doesn't lock the rotation, so I can still edit it even after that. Ooh, a better way for me to do this actually is to change the influence of these bones actually, and not the. Yeah, I change the influence. If I change the influence, watch this. If I change the influence, I can change how strong the wind effect is. Ooh, I'm getting ideas, bro. I'm getting ideas. You had a really high pitched voice. Yeah, please don't talk about it. I don't want to talk about it, man. That was That was, I mean, like, why isn't this working? Actually, it was a time in my life. Why aren't you working? Uh, ah, bruh, why don't this work? Win cape. Ah, well, it doesn't really matter if it works or not. I don't care. For now, our issue is not whether we have wind animation or not. Our issue is how do I rig this to the arm? Right? So let's step back. Let's take a step back, move this forward as well. Oops. Why don't you move anymore? Ah, you're supposed to move the whole bone. Oh, it's because. Wait, no, that shouldn't affect it. Yeah, you guys just got disconnected for some reason. Connect, keep offset. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so this one controls how high you go. This is cool. I just need to make sure you're parented to the torso. Wait, which one controls everything? Torso controls everything. No, this is the final one. So yep. When I rotate like this, it follows. Nice. This is perfect. Honestly, this might just be enough, but I just want one extra controller that somehow makes it so that this does not happen. So that this rotates when that rotates. The only issue is how much do I rotate it by? And I think I'm going to need to change the location of the bones. Hmm. Think. How do I want to do this? Let's do this. 1, 2. When I rotate it like this, it's not too far. Okay. I had enough brainstorming. First things first, I need a bone up here that's connected to, in this case, not bone 1, but Viz forearm left and Viz forearm right. So now, when these move, that bone moves. And then I move this bone forward a little bit up. Okay. And then I take this upper arm Viz L, cloak up L. Up, L. Okay. So now, rotate, it works, but this has its own controller. Okay, good. Now it's time to drive. What should the end position be? Let's assume the end position is, what's the maximum she can rotate her arms? Down here. Like this. This is the maximum she can put her arms down. She can't go lower than this because other than if she goes lower than this, she'll start clipping into her own shirt. So that means this has to rotate to this position. Okay. So this rotates to this position, this rotates to this position, and this rotates to this position. Maybe even more. Yeah. But this is the rotation I needed to do. I also need you to actually just scale down. Yeah, scale down. Is it possible to do that all with drivers? Because I know if I use the scale constraint, it actually just breaks. Transformation constraint. What's this? What is this rotation axis? X rotation axis, right? What's your rotation right now? Its rotation is -80. I should probably check here. 78 is the rotation specifically. And I can't do local space. I have to do world space. That's the issue. Unless I can. Maybe I can. UUL. Map from a rotation, x-axis of a maximum of 80 degrees. And then it goes into a rotation. Specifically, you are rotating as well in the x degrees, but for negative direction, and it's going to -62. Okay, so minimum of -62. Maximum of 0. Doesn't work that way. -62. There you go. So now when you rotate, -80, 0. That works. Doesn't work. It works when I do this, but it doesn't work because this doesn't apply a transformation to it. Sadly. So that means it has to be driven by viz arm L. There's no other way. But even then, that still does not. That's also driven by a constraint, so it doesn't work. So what it has to be driven by is this. It has to be driven by this upper arm FK control L. But then I have to do this as well for the FK arm. No, it's not even using this because this one is not needed. E to 0. Doesn't work. 0 to 80. -62 to 0. There we go. That's how we do it. Okay. That works. Oh, maybe, just maybe. I can do this forearm viz L. Because the forearm is okay, let's just do this because what's the point? They're both the same thing, right? So you clock L goes down to -80, not 80. Minimum of -80, maximum of 0. This goes to 0, this goes to -62. Let's check this out. It still doesn't work, is the annoying part. It only works if the value actually changes, but it doesn't in the local space. What about local with parent? Local with parent works, okay. Local with parent works. Keep that in mind. Local with parent is what I'm looking for. One second, I need to add this as a sticker. Save image. Yes, make it a sticker, please, Prismarine. Alright. Let's continue the painstaking transformation math. So right now, we're doing -32, so we'll do -32 here. Okay, and then we also need an additional one. Duplicate. And then we do scale. Let's just rotate this by 80. Negative 80. Okay, and then we need to scale this down by how much? We can't even scale it down ourselves, which is annoying. Multiply. There we go. Should make everything x. 0.75. 0.75. Copy, paste, paste. There we go. And now I can still control it. Perfect. Okay, good, 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 good. I just need to symmetrize this somehow. All right. This is already good. No, this has negative 10. Okay, so this is negative 10. Negative 10. Okay, and then we just copy to the other side and we just change the sign from negative to positive. Positive. Copy. Positive. Finally, 10. Okay, and I think with that, we are almost done. It's a bit more. Okay, cloak is done now. So when I animate her like this, I can still do this. And then I can do this as well. Is that okay? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's totally fine. Ooh, one issue. All of you need to change your targets. You're targeting the wrong one. There we go. You guys are targeting this. But even if I rotate this to like a really small number. Huh? Why you guys still... Huh? Wait. Alright. You are... No. There we go. Okay, so when I rotate this up, that's really good. Okay, this is exactly what I want. Okay, good. Move this to the top. When I rotate it, it doesn't, yeah, it doesn't glitch out. What happened to you? Great, now you don't want to rotate. What's the issue with you, sir? Add. It just doesn't work, okay. Cool, 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 cool. Just doesn't work with the left one for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, because it's positive 80. Okay, 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 that makes sense. Yeah. 80, 0. Okay. And this one, what was this one? The rotation. 62. And down here, missing one more. 80, 0. There we go. Now we are good. This fixes most of our issues. Do I want to add this? Nah, it's fine. Perfect. Okay, that's one. That's 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 fixed. And finally, the last thing we need to do is to fix the hair, because the hair was terribly. It was terrible to animate the hair at some points. All right. We can now switch the outfit. Turn off extras. Outfit swap. And honestly, I'm just gonna hide you because I want to deal with you at the moment. Upper body, nope. Where's the hair? Is there? Okay, let's think of good ways to control the hair. Because my original issue was. All right. The original issue I had was that the hair could not be rotated further than like a certain. Sorry, right here. Here is really bad. What could be the solution of issue? Let me think. What if, let's take the bone. This is the bendy bone. So let's check out the bendy bone right now. Let's take this as a whole thing. And we rotate this. Haha, look at this, look at this. That does not look good. I don't know how to solve that though. Already on its original length. Is it because of stretch to constraint? No, it's just a combination of the bone rotation and that. Let's check bendy bones. What can we do to solve that? Curve in doesn't do anything. Curve out doesn't do anything. Roll in doesn't do anything. Scale in won't do anything. Ease in. I'll go in, come back. All right, I'll see you later. Ease out. No. Okay, it's just an issue with, I think, the position. Or if not, it might be a subdivision issue. Because look at it, it's going upwards, which makes, to me, no sense. Why would you go upwards? Unless I did a terrible job at placing the hair. The hair strand was already there to begin with. So when I go here, right, so let's just, I want to isolate that specific hair strand. Which one is this? Welcome back, Luke. BBR. Looking for BBR. So I want to see BBR only. Duplicate, separate. And let's move this aside and let's check out BBR. When we rotate like this, look what it does. So why does it do that? Who knows? Do we just need more subdivisions? No, subdivisions does not help here. Because the bone is rotating in that direction for some reason. Is it because we don't have head? No, we have the head controller right here. The more we go up, the more it goes like that, which I don't like. I have to think about ways to fix this. I don't know how to fix this. I thought bendy bones was the way to go, but it's not. Right, tell them brainstorm it. I don't want to use iClase plan. We are not using iClase plan. That is way too much work. Hmm. It has to be a bendy bone solution, but how do I solution? Theoretically speaking. What does this do? That's what that does. Oh wait, no, I should have moved these two again. So theoretically speaking, if I move this down, what happens? And I do this, it still breaks. Next theoretical solution, what happens if I move it up? It still breaks. Okay. Undo, 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 undo everything. Okay. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna do a quick study. Duplicate, separate, and then Control P to prepare. Use a different hair rig. Okay, so we're gonna go move this aside, and we're gonna separate this, specifically this alone. I'm gonna do it with in this form. Move it down, so it's easier to see. We're gonna do it in this form, and we're gonna turn off subdivisions, add a new bone armature. Start here, 180. Go at the top, like this. Go down. We should actually lock it into a edge center. I'll do it from the inside. There, and then move up. Okay, and then we do this, and then we go all the way. We're gonna use vertex next. Vertex. We're gonna snap it to this other side, so we go through the mesh. I think that might help. You know, no, I want to test first. What happens if I keep it outside of the mesh? I'm also gonna make it go past this actually. Keep it inside the mesh, but past the mesh. Right, like this. No need to snap. It needs to be centered, kind of. Right here. Right, and then in another one, Alt P, clear parent. And let's set a bendy bone thing for this. Bone. The hair. Call the hair bone. Okay, and then here we're gonna give it a bendy bone. Absolute. I'm gonna call this BB. Okay, and then armature modifier will take this. So when I do this, it's okay, and then I just need to put a stretch constraint here. Okay. Yeah, this one is fine. Look at this. This is fine. The moment I add a... It's just bone roll. It might have been bone roll, honestly. Wait, if I did the bone roll as 180, for example, what happens? It doesn't change. It doesn't actually change. The only thing that changes is just like that, right? But why does this one work but not the other one? So in testing it worked, but in actuality it doesn't want to work. Yeah, because it always bends this way. That makes sense. When I go here, it bends inside, not outside. It should never bend outside. But why does it bend outside? It must be because of the position of the top bone. So if I do it this way, watch this. Just a small no, it doesn't do anything. Move this aside here. No, it's still the same. What? I am so confused. This is what I want. This is what I want. But it's not working here. Why won't you work here? Why is this different? Why do you rotate upwards? Excuse me. I have a small idea. No, I have no idea. Scale easing? Turn off scale easing. Okay, let's look at this, right? 32, 0.1, 0.1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, blah, 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 blah. So here, 32, 0.1, 0.1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, absolute, absolute, everything is and handle relative. What the hell? Oh, I don't understand. Why are you different? Hi, Prismarine, I have an issue. So I just made like a hair setup right here, right? And it's cool, it works, it's really nice. But for some reason, it's not the same as this one. For some reason, this one bends outwards. Like this. But this one bends like this. I want this, but why is this wrong? That's how... The only way you can do that is if I do this. Wait a minute. Oh my god. My brain is... My brain is... I found out why. I found out why. It was the orientation of the head bone. No, it's the orientation of the bone. I'll show you why it was like that. So you see this, right? You see the orientation of this bone? I'm gonna move this back. Yeah, it's the. I'll show you why it was doing that position. So like right now it's fine, right? So in that situation, okay, can you like? There we go. Yeah, so in the actual hair rig, what I did was I did this, and it caused this issue. It was so easy to fix. I didn't even realize it. How am I number 3? Because you're terrible. You're terrible, Lucas. You're not a big enough fan. Anyway, so the fix was just to put this straight up. That's how we do it. Okay, okay. The simple fix is simply to do this. Move up. Move up. This one's fine. Move up. That's why these work and not that specifically. Okay. Remember, guys, the handles make the difference. Handles maketh rig. It's good to hear, because now I have fixed almost every issue with the rig that I wanted to fix last time. Do we remember, any of you guys remember if there was any issues before besides this? Because these are the ones I remembered: the cloth issue, hair issue, and cloak issue when I was animating. I don't think there's any other issues I had. Now when I rotate, now watch this, guys, look at this. Now I can do this and it doesn't care. Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice. I can sleep tonight. I can sleep tonight. Okay. Getting tired. My brain is shutting off. I gotta stay awake because I have to go. I have to help. I have to ask my sister to help me record voice lines for this character. Right, this is good. Now that I think about it, there's a better way to do this actually, but I don't care. I don't care about it right now. Okay, next thing I remember now what I wanted to do. I need this to be animatable. I really don't want it to be animatable, but I really need it to be animatable. It's simple, but I really don't want to do it. Because I just put a bendy bone setup here, so I can control it. But then that's just an extra bendy bone setup I need to worry about. Something else, an easier one to do is I want to make the bandages animatable. But we're never gonna use, no, you guys are gonna use it if you guys end up animating this. So I need to put one. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just need to put this, and then symmetrize. Oops, I forgot to give it a name. I'm gonna call this bandage underscore left. Then symmetrize. There we go. Bandage underscore L. Bandage underscore R. Sign. Vertex mode. Turn off head. Here as well, turn off head, put R. And now we have let's see rig, put on here. Rig. Change this from head to reminded something. What did you get reminded of? Check DMs. What you get? Oh yeah, the clipping. That's something we have to fix, don't we? 1 second. Cool. I need to work on the snake. Yeah, work on the snake. If you work on the snake fast enough, I'll put it on the animation. If not, I'll just use the squid. Okay, so the issue you're talking about is this, right? This is the issue. Honestly, I have no idea how to fix it, you know? Let me check. Blender. See fighting. Okay, people said adjust view clipping. Whoa. No, doesn't do anything. Just scale it up a little. Yeah, but then I have to do it for every single model I do, right? I want to see, because like in here, it's fine. It's like I can live with this. Right? I can live with this, but you know what? No, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take these two top bones. I'm gonna go turn this on. Z ever so slightly. Really slow. Yep, and issue fixed. Perfect. It's a little annoying, but we can live with it. What happens if I put a subdivide here? I'll do that. Was this export from? Yeah, this is export from Blockbench. It's because it's Z fighting, man. It's Z fighting. God damn Z fighting. No, it's not. It's not a double face. It's literally Z fighting. It's because of this. Let me show you. Take a cube, size it up, duplicate the cube, and boom, you have Z fighting now. Because there's two cubes in the exact same location. Because that's how I modeled it. That was the issue. It's not a double face issue. It's a Z fighting issue. And that's like the simple way to fix it was just what I did. But I want to know if there's a different way to do it. Guess this is fine. We leave it with this. Get the rig back online and do it for the horn as well. Now, the problem with the horns is it has like textures that are very different from the outside, and I'm afraid of it leaking out. Alright, when I do this, it should be fine. Yeah, there we go. We're good. No more Z fighting. Here we have Z fighting, and I don't want to. This one's the difficult one to fix. How do I fix this one? There we go. Boom. Alright, that's fixed. Save. There was other things I wanted to fix as well. And one of the things is actually, this is actually not supposed to be orange. It's not boots. This is going to be called. What is it? What's this? Laces? I guess we'll call it for laces. And then the hues. Hue sand. We can use hue sand. Change the hue. She actually has turquoise. Yeah, it's actually turquoise, not blue. But it's also kind of dark. And desaturated. Like this, yeah. This is the actual color. There's a tiny bit of orange. Yeah. How are you navigating viewport and under view like it's solid? Because I have a 4070 Super. Tremble upon the power of my PC. Prismarine color indeed. Okay, now I want to try something. Add a camera. Use pencil. Over here. And add an outline modifier. Or no, it's not outline. Line art modifier. Put it on CH rig. Layer here. Boom. Now we have line art. I'm going to go to edge types, turn off crease threshold, turn off intersections, turn to individual silhouette. Okay, and then lower the line thickness to like this. I'll do this one. Good. I think he is. Intersections. I don't want intersections. I don't want edge marks. Overlapping types? No. Threshold, right? So this is our line art. It's laggy. It's hell. Oh my goodness, that's laggy. And it's laggy because we have simplified off. This is better. And turn even further. And now we have no lag now. It's better. Okay, and then we select this, and then we go to here, make it multiply instead of that, and lower the opacity. And now we have outline effects. Yay! Gonna add in dash dot dash, and a subdivide on 2. And then we want more dash. We want more dashes compared to dots. And look at this, boys. Catmull Clark simple. The outlines. What else can we do? We can add another outline for specifically like a glowing effect. So instead of this, instead of multiply, we can use add and then change the color, like a really bright color. Or no, can we do overlay? Hard light. Hard light is good. Ooh, I like hard light. And we can change the color to like an orange color. Hard light's nice. You can also make it dark. Like hard light orange like this. Not bad. Can I make it a texture? Texture. Oh, does it have to be like this? It does. Solid color. Hold out. This is a nice outline. And then we can add noise. And we put the noise. No, not the. We don't want to noise the position. It would be nice, but I want to noise the strength. Increase the subdivision. Not too much. Okay, and the noise scale. Lower the noise scale. Noise offset is fine. Thickness. Not gonna do much. UVs doesn't do much. Random. Steps. Let's lower the step. Difference. Influence. This looks nice, doesn't it? And you can make the steps 2. The lower our steps, the faster it happens. And this is fine. And I can make the outline on specific things. So I can, instead of doing this, I can just make it on the horns, which I think would be nice. Can you check the mimic server real quick? Patient is gone, so I'm gonna ask you instead. Okay. Yes, you can. You can invite anybody you want. It's open to. It's open to the public. Ah, there we go. What else can I do to improve this? I like it on the eyes. The eyes is really good. Alright. And with this, I think Suno is finally done. There is nothing else that I can do to improve this rig, I think. I'm not gonna include the outline because it'll lag you out, so I'm gonna keep that off. I'll keep the sword in here. By transformation? No. Alright, what else can we do? Let me think. I don't think there's anything else. How long has it been? It's already been 2 hours and 45 minutes. Holy shit, I'm not looking at the time. Oh my god. I thought it was gonna take like 50 minutes to do this. But no, it's gonna take a while. Do I wanna continue modeling? I'm kinda tired. I just woke up. Might go take a nap again. Hmm. Do a quick scan. Anything? No. Can you do one final check later? And then I'll share it on the server so you guys can start like tweaking around with the rig, see if it's good or not. I think that should be it. There is one thing actually I want to do. Open up the upper body is here, right? We have the upper body. Alright, and I'm gonna move hide this as well. Now here's one issue I do remember, and I think I can fix it now because I know how to fix it. Here, right? Boom. So this is an issue. It's not fixable by using subdivisions because if I just use subdivisions, this happens. Never mind, subdivisions is the way to fix it. I guess I'm just goated. We have no issues. Issues are for the weak. Maybe I can just add another subdivision. If I add a subdivision there, I have to add a subdivision here. I don't have to add a subdivision there actually. Oh, I remember. I already put one. Boom. There you go. I just need to put enough so that this stops glitching out. And the moment it stops glitching out, we're done. And then we don't have to use the subdivision surface to fix anything else. There you go. That's enough subdivisions there. Not like exact, but I think it's good enough. Cut here, loop cut here to connect all of these. Right, because if I can make you guys lag less, it'll be easier for you guys to animate. Because I don't have a problem because I don't lag when I use this rig, but you guys might. So I'm gonna use. I don't even need Catapult Clerk. I don't even need subdivisions anymore at this point. Yeah, I don't even need subdivisions because I have this one. If I turn this one off, it's like this is just for a tiny bit of smoothness. I don't really need this one. Yeah, there we go. Hair, I'm not gonna touch. I don't want to touch the hair. So if I rotate the hair, it's already plenty good. Yep, it's plenty good. Yeah. Would Simplify help on this case if it gets laggy, of course? No. Well, yes, it would still help, but not as much as last time. But last time it was to the point where the body will start clipping, and I think that in and of itself is just an issue that I don't want. I don't think is useful. Yeah, I doubt this will lag though. This is like not because look, compare this to because like how much I cut it up like twice. So this is the exact same thing as if I did this, right? But before I had this much. So I'm just gonna do another one. So compare this. This is what you're gonna be animating with versus this. It doesn't show actually. I have to use wireframe. Boom. Yeah. So would you rather animate with this or would you rather animate with? It's just this one, right? So it's this versus this. This is obviously this one is much more intensive. So it's either you animate with this or you animate with this. This is not. This is nothing. Right? This is super simple. You'll be fine. You can always do a test to see if it lags or not. But anyway, I think it's finally done. I'm gonna send this to you guys. I'm gonna send this to you guys right now. Do you guys mind about these bone shapes? You think I should do the bone shapes real quick? Still lag. Wait, no. Actually laggy for me. Holy shit. Oh, that's because I had simplify off. There you go. I don't need you, so that's fine. Here as well, I don't really need you, right? Yeah. This is already done. Lower this to 1. And honestly, the face has a lot of subdivisions which are not, it's just not really needed. Can I just like remove all of these? Is it possible for me to just dissolve the vertices? I can totally do that. Ooh, I can simplify the face if I want. I'll do that. Anything to make it easier for you guys. Less faces, less trouble. The ears are kind of in the way, so I'm gonna move you aside. Okay, I can't dissolve all vertices. All of these vertices. Dissolve these vertices. This is the equivalent of unsubdividing. Usually this, I don't think this works if you have like UVs, but luckily for us, this is just a plain color, solid color. I don't know how much it's gonna speed it up, but anything, all the little things add up to a lot. So I think this should be worth doing. And it wasn't hard to do. And there we go, we have simplified the head mesh. So it's almost nothing now. There we go. Head mesh has been simplified. Sword could probably be simplified, but I need the UVs there. Ooh, what else can I do? Leg is already perfect. There's a issue, not an issue, but there's like something here we don't need. This is not required. Let's remove this. Move this. There you go. Foot is simplified already. Horns are super simple. Sword is the only thing with a lot of pixels, but oops. Yep. And what is this? There's this. What is this? I don't know what this is, but there's like a thing on top here. I don't like it. What is this? How do I find out what that is? Wait, how do I? Can I even find out what that is? Huh? I'm confused. It's all here, apparently. But something goes up there. Let me duplicate this. And let's watch this separately. Hi. What the hell are you? No, what the hell are you? What is this? Oh my god, I remember what this is. I remember what this is. Oh shit. It's like some random thing pops up. It takes all your money because you forgot about it. You made a promise. This was my I remember what you are. But where the hell did you go though? There we go. No, but how do I get you? I forgot how to get you. Can I just like if I delete this, what happens? No, you're just here now. Wait. How do I? No, what? I don't know how to take you anymore. Edit mode here. But I want to add like at least. It's gonna haunt me in my fucking sleep, man. Huh? Where the hell are you, bro? When I'm in edit mode, I can't select you, but you exist. You somehow exist. What is it? Convert to mesh. You exist somehow, but I can't select you in edit mode. What is this bullshit? I'm freaking out. There's like a ghost mesh in this. It still exists, bro. I have deleted everything. Oh, I think I saw it. Bro, it's literally a ghost mesh. What the fuck? There is nothing here. Alt H. Oh, you fucking idiot. You hid it. You hid the mesh. You hid the fucking mesh. That's why you can't see it. You hid the mesh. Alt H. Okay, let me just deactivate this. There you are. Hi. Get out of here. You don't deserve to live. You were a mistake. Out of here. Okay. Nice. Now my life is so much better without him. I guess I'll just let me just see. No, I don't want X to be it. Z what? Huh? Oh, so I have that. Wait. Oh, it's just okay. It's I'm RY90. When I rotate X, it goes like this. When I rotate Z, it goes like this. When I rotate Y, it goes to the side. Nice. And I'll just have it like on her back. Nice. And then you guys can start animating. Turn off. Sure. I should probably do another control where I do what's it called? I'm making sure that her cloak and her thing doesn't appear, right? Because the hair it would be very annoying to animate with the long hair on. Right? So what I'm gonna do here is I have an extra button. Right? Here we have the extras. I'm going to copy this as a driver. And I'm going to set the visibility of these two. What are you being oh, you have a different visibility. And is visible. Okay. Let me make sure it's this one, right? Yeah, it's this one. I'm gonna copy. Okay. So theoretically speaking. Oh, but it's 0. 1 minus. One minus is visible. I don't think that works. So edit driver. This one is fine. I'll just remove this one. Okay, and then this one is edit driver 1 minus. Oops, sorry. Wrong one. Sum of that script expression 1 minus is visible. And this one I don't think actually needs the driver. So it's always we can always see the hair in render, but we can choose to be able to see it in here now. Okay. I need an override though. No, I'm just gonna make it so you guys have to manually do it, right? Sorry. If I'm gonna not turn on simplify. Not turn off simplify, sorry. I'll keep simplify on so you guys don't instantly crash the moment you join. And I think I'll be a nice guy and I'll give you guys custom bone shapes for this. Custom bone shapes BS double plane. Rotate by 0. Carlbot doesn't work correctly? Oh no, what happened to Carlbot? What did Carlbot do? Size it like this, 0.5. This is good. I don't think this is good actually. This is actually kind of shit. Oh, no, I just move it back. Yeah, not why these are actually dog shit boat shapes. Nope, nope, this is fine. This is fine. I like this. They're different though for some reason. Are you sure you're supposed to be different? You're not supposed to be different, but you are different for some reason. Because of the rotation, I'm assuming. It's because your translations are opposite. Opposite? Opposite. Tried to fix it. Oh no. Okay, 1 second. I think this should be it. Yeah. I think we can make it so that all of these have no X and no Z. Well, actually, no, I need the X, but no Z, no Y. Yeah, now they are like kind of symmetrical. Move this out and then scale this down a bit. Yeah, so now when you animate this, this is what you see. Still a lot, but you can live with it, I feel. You can disable these yourself. There you go, and then you can here. Oh, I forgot. I need to add another one. Front, go back, control. Prefer it without bone chips. Well, you're gonna get bone chips because that's the normal. Besides, I hurt my eyes. Hurt my eyes. Next is more go here. So you can turn them off if you need to. This is unnecessarily long. All of these are unnecessarily long. This. Okay. Here. And then lower the size. And this is still pretty long. Lower the size and then push them forward. There we go. So these I think these are pretty decent wood chips. These need to be moved to the mechanics. This, 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 and this. Move you to the extra mechanics, and extra mechanics will not be shown. Don't need this. What is this bone? Do you ever use this bone? You almost never use that bone. Okay. No issues with that bone being seen? Nope. You'll never see that bone. You need to remove this one over here is useful, so I'm gonna move this to front control. You also count as front control, I feel, so I'm gonna move you there. Hide front control. And when you guys animate this, you guys have to turn on manually. There's not gonna be something connecting it because I cannot connect it physically. This is 2 different power. Okay, I think. Ooh, there's one more thing I want. There's one more thing I want, but I don't know if I want to put it in. I want to put like a global transformer so I can move all of you at the same time, but you could have technically done that. You can technically do that on your own. So I'm not gonna put that. I'm not gonna put that. There is one more thing I need, but this is specifically something for the rig panel, and it's that I have not put the finger orientation switcher in yet. So I have to put this in, but later. But now, Suno Mark II, this is going to be version 2.0, is now done. Yep, okay. Let's see if this works. Visibility, turn all of these on. Fingers off, arms on, legs on. Yep. Here we go. We got Mojang legs. We can't, it doesn't bend. Cool. So at least I know this works. Stretch. Stretch works too. Good to know. Arm stretch. Oh, well, arm stretch only works with IK. It works. Good to know. Are you still parented to the thing? Let me unparent you. Okay. And then I'll just set up the defaults. So arm switch toggle off. All right. Should be good. Visibility, this is fine. Tweaker options, I don't need the body tweaker. Don't need the foot tweaker, might require it though. I'll turn on foot tweaker. Left and right track, don't care. Customization, hand size can be changed. Leg size can't be changed yet because there's no reason to change leg size. Face shadow opacity does not apply because there's no face shadow. Glowing texture does not apply. Eye type does not apply because we have no more eye types. And shoe position does not apply because we don't need it. These are all good. Save, file, external data, pack, resources. We have packed 2 new files, save, and okay. 3 hours in, we're finally done. I think I'm gonna stop here. I'm not gonna do the modeling today. I'll maybe do the modeling tomorrow, or I'll do it off stream, just so I don't have to think about what to say. Can I do the bird scene? Yeah, we can. We'll decide who does what. We'll decide who does what in when we actually start phase 1. For now, we're just focusing on the thing. It's gonna be first come first serve, so you can take what you want as long as you're early. Anyway, besides that, I think I'm done here. I'll see you guys. I don't want to say tomorrow because I've been streaming for like 3 days straight now, but I'll probably see you tomorrow. I'm gonna go take a nap, and then I'm gonna go with my sister, and we're gonna prepare voice lines for the animation we made yesterday, just to add a bit of flair. All right, see you guys.